Of the Jason Young murder trial, the Raleigh man charged with beating his pregnant wife, Michelle, to death. Here's a little more.
When I was there that last time in October, we were sitting watching TV. She had her head on my lap, and she was lying out, and I was stroking her hair. And she was empty. She was just, it was almost like nothing to live for.
That was Michelle's mother, Linda Fisher, obviously very emotional today, talking about losing her daughter. And it was part of a pivotal day in the trial. Here's what the jurors learned today. A computer expert also said Jason Young searched online for terms like anatomy of a knockout and head trauma blackout. More on that in a bit. Also, a friend testified that Jason said he wasn't willing to deal with the relationship anymore. And as you heard, Michelle's mom fighting back the tears to deliver stirring testimony. A little more of that right now.
You know, she loved life, and he took it away from her. He just took it away from her.
All right, we're happy to be joined now by John Blum, a law enforcement consultant, also a former Garner police officer. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You just heard what I heard. Obviously, it must be difficult for a member of the jury to hear, but what's your reaction to testimony like that?
Well, emotions are typically part of any testimony, especially when the relationships of husband and wife and mother and child are involved. However, I think it's important to recognize that emotions alone are not enough to convict a person of a crime.
You know, judges are frequently told, they tell the jurors, focus on the facts, focus on the evidence. Well, there was some interesting evidence that came out as well today. It was from the CCBI, the computer searches. And let's listen again to what they found from Jason Young's computer.
I found two search queries on yahoo.com. One is anatomy of a knockout, and the other is head trauma blackout.
Well, no emotion there, no tears, but clear as day what you learned right there.
Absolutely. I think in criminal trials that you're going to see computer evidence frequently surface more and more, and I think it's important to make sure that when we're explaining computer evidence that we make sure that we're clear and concise with it so that the jury understands what's being told.
Yeah, and you've followed a lot of trials in this area. You were watching the Brad Cooper trial. You told me there was a moment during that trial that it was an instinct of yours where you said, okay, that's it. I think they've got him at this point. Has that happened in the Jason Young trial in your eyes?
Well, not yet, and I think it's always important that we all sit back and listen to all the evidence before reaching any type of decision, and I believe that the jury will do that in this case.
All right, more to prove. That's what John Blum says. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.